This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by JackThreads. So this week on Ask the Buffalo, we're going to talk about the next Nexus device. We're going to talk about the Galaxy Note 2. We're going to chime in on the Galaxy S3 versus HTC One X debate. Talk a little bit on how I got into making videos. This is Ask the Buffalo. Let's go ahead and get started. User, I'm not going to pronounce that name, says, can you give us some information about the Galaxy Note 2? Well, yes, I can give you information about the Galaxy Note 2. Samsung has confirmed that that will be the main announcement that they have at IFA. So what's it going to have? Well, you know, it's going to be big. The current generation Galaxy Note has a 5.3-inch screen. Are we expecting that screen size to even go up even higher to 5.5 inches? But before you get all crazy, that's going to be a giant phone. It's going to take up the same size. There's a pretty decent bezel on the Galaxy Note. That bezel presumably will be removed and will have a bigger screen in the same package. People are pretty much on one side of the fence or the other about the very polarizing Galaxy Note. Either you love it or you can't understand how anybody could use it. I loved it. I really liked using the Galaxy Note. I liked the bigness. I liked the way it felt. I liked the way people looked at me like I was crazy when I held it up to my head. I'm really looking forward to the Galaxy Note 2. But what's it going to have under the hood? Well, it's going to have a quad-core Exynos processor with LTE. We have yet to see quad-core make its way with LTE. They don't play so nice together. But finally, we might see them have an official playdate in the form of the Galaxy Note 2. We should see a next-generation AMOLED screen. Super AMOLED Plus awesome, which should be a 1080p HD screen as well. And because I know you're gonna ask, it should ship with Jelly Bean. It's not the stock version of Jelly Bean, but it will have a TouchWiz version of Jables. That's what I call it. Jelly Bean Airtight, it's Jables. Presumably it'll come to US shores as well. AT&T and T-Mobile both currently have the original Galaxy Note in its offerings, so hopefully we'll see them offer the successor as well. Hopefully that helped answer your question. User Liam asks, hey John, is now a good time to upgrade to a bold 9900? I'm gonna let the commenters answer that question. You might want to upgrade to a Motorola Razr. Those are pretty awesome. Flip phone, and they're thin. User Ahatley0304 asks, hey John, I'm up for an upgrade. I've been looking at the Galaxy S3 and HTC One X. What do you prefer? Should I wait and see what Apple will bring out in the fall? Oh, so presumably we're gonna see Apple unveil the next generation iPhone September 12th, which is just about a month away as of this filming. So yes, absolutely wait. You've probably been waiting 2 years to get a new phone anyway. You might as well hang on for another couple weeks to see if it's going to be worthwhile for you. It sounds like you're already an Android user, and if you're trying to decide between the S3 or the One X, honestly, flip a coin. They're both great phones. I'm personally preferential to the HTC One X. I like the UI on it. I think it looks a little cooler. I like the fact that it's got that sort of solid unibody build. But then the next day, I flip back and I go to the Galaxy S3. You can't go wrong with either of those phones. But if I had to pick one and recommend one, and I have in the past, generally I refer folks to the HTC One X. User B Shows 99 asks, John, what made you want to start making videos and being on the news? Well, if it's any indication of that I had a master plan or I didn't have a master plan, look no farther than my YouTube name. It's John for Lakers. If I had any inkling I was going to be doing this for a career, I certainly would have picked a better name. It was actually a very old email address I had from high school, and I just used it because I wanted to comment on videos. Nothing really made me want to do it. I always loved technology. I always had a passion for technology. I was looking to get a new laptop back in 2007. There weren't many videos out there explaining how to use, I was switching over to Mac at the time, how to use Mac. I figured I would try it. I've always had really strong opinions on stuff. I know, big surprise. And I wanted to try and share them. Maybe that's what got me started. Just to have an avenue to sort of share my thoughts and opinions. There really wasn't anybody else doing something like that on YouTube. As far as being on the news, it was kind of a natural progression. For those of you guys that don't know, generally Techno Buffalo here, me and the rest of the staff will do CNBC, Fox News, or Fox Business, which is something fun that we like to do. It's a cool opportunity to sort of get out of the blogger attire, put on a suit, and talk to a broader audience about technology and the business behind technology. So hopefully that helped answer your question. So I want to take a minute to thank our friends and sponsors at JackThreads. Listen, you're a guy, you probably don't like going shopping, you probably want to save a couple bucks, but you probably still want to look good. JackThreads is going to be a place to go to do it. Only suckers pay full price. If you love alternative apparel brands like Kid Robot, Hurley, Stussy, but wasting all your cash on them, listen up. You can score these premium brands up to 80% off every day. There's a new invite-only shopping club just for guys called Draft Threads, serving up street, skate, and surfwear brands at prices that will melt your brain. There is a waitlist to join, but if you head on over to jackthreads.com/techno, you'll get instant access now. User Alex Frazier says, "Hey John, when do you expect to see the next Nexus device? And do you think Google will continue to use Samsung for production of that device after the tech war between Apple and Samsung?" So yes, I do think we'll see another Nexus device probably very soon. I'd expect to see it actually before the end of the year. I'll make another video talking about what I expect to be packed into that phone. But suffice to say, I think we'll have one before the holidays. Perhaps we'll see a small incremental upgrade to Jelly Bean with a K, maybe Key Lime Pie or Candy Cane with a K, or maybe it'll just be Jelly Bean on new hardware. But I definitely do think we're going to see one. As far as Google using Samsung again, yes, I think absolutely they will. But they might not be the only one making a Nexus device. Also in the rumors sphere, we're hearing that Google might partner with 5 OEM manufacturers to make 5 separate Nexus series devices. Perhaps a larger one similar to the Galaxy Note, smaller one, different sizes. But I don't think the case with Apple is going to shun Google away from working with them at all. In fact, I think it might empower Google to work with Samsung a little bit more in the future. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Ask the Buffalo. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check us out at technobuffalo.com for all the latest and greatest tech news. I'm John Rettinger, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.